All right. I think we're ready to go here. Let's bring this down a little bit here. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, July 20th. Let's make some money. Take a look at the markets, see exactly what's going on here. Let me, I think Spotify's being weird. Properties. Nope, we're good. Just bring it up a little bit. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, a little hectic on this end. Okay, here we go. First, we'll start with range. We got about 9 minutes till the market opens. Dealing some pretty good range across the markets. Already have my orders resting. We'll just clear those out just so I can go through them and explain to you exactly what they're doing. Hey, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Here you are. Okay. But dealing with a good amount of range. 379 on a 564. Markets have not been very volatile. 63 on an 82. So we're good to go there. And all of these let me know is that I can hang out inside the standard deviation bands if I really, really wanted to. As if you weren't here on Friday, it was the first time we traded off the band and not the 30-minute chart. And it was my first red day in a month. So we'll see how fast I jump in. I did take a trade in the afternoon on Friday for anybody that was here. And I think when I left stream, I was in like $30 worth of drawdown. I took another trade. I got out for like $10 of drawdown. I put it in the Discord. 403 on a 682. That means we are good to go there. So everything is pretty much looking good as far as range. And now we can kind of look at exactly what the market is doing and where we can start to think about placing orders as we enter the market. Pretty much a snooze fest when it comes to news this week. So you don't really need to worry about news, but we all know that POTAS can come out and say things to manipulate things if he really wants. In my trading framework, let me just lower this just a little bit because it's yelling in my ear. In my trading framework, I place orders at set prior session high. So I can go ahead and do that.
Order submitted.
I would like a little bit of heat to be able to even come up here to Thursday's high. We'll see if that really works out. Orders on the lines and risk the budget. Exactly. That's it. Here's prior session POC, which has a little bit of confluence with the trend, but we could see we are in a bull continuation, bear continuation pattern inside day.
Order submitted.
We are inside range, and then prior session low of day. That's as simple. That's
order submitted.
I didn't wake up and open my charts before I spoke to you guys. That is my market analysis. Doesn't get much simpler than that. What is our range, which tells me what our volatility is, and where is prior session high, low, and prior session POC. Prior session POC is the second in priority to prior session high and day, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then the trend line, mostly used for target. For me, it's like the third priority, if you will. And then the bands are 4, 5, and 6 priority get skipped, and it goes right to 7th. It's kind of my hierarchy here. On the ES, we have the trend line here, which kind of is in confluence with prior session low of day from Thursday. So this can't be confused, right? This is really down here. That's how much of a bear day we had on Friday. So this is not a short, but you could use the trend line as a short if you wanted to. We are in pre-market, so who knows what's going to happen. I'm going to start with prior session high of day, prior session low of day.
Order submitted.
We have chopped around POC now for prior session POC for a little bit, so that's not really giving me a long or a short, so that's just going to stay the way it is, right? We're not going to touch that. The Russell would have got you done small caps on prior session high of day with a great target down here to developing POC as well as trend. And then we have down here prior session POC, which could be a long, which we'll look at after the market opens, right? I don't like to rest orders on things I don't primarily trade in the pre-market. That's just a little bit silly for me. Not something I really want to be doing. But prior session low of day would be something definitely we can look at. And then here, this is just for entertainment purposes to look at. If you are an aggressive trader, which I'm starting to think I might be, or either that or I'm just getting a little bit more comfortable. We have prior session high of day on the Nazzy with trend coming down. So we might be able to meet those for a nice confluence of a short there. Get rid of some things from last week. And then we have prior session low of day way down here. This was a nice wick. So anywhere in this zone there where there wasn't a lot of volatility, aggressive traders can really start to enter. I would say at the bottom of these wicks here, the bottom of these candles here, right? We have a close and an open, a close and an open, and then just a lot of noise down in here. So you could probably find yourself long here if you had the risk budget to take heat all the way down to prior session low, which is really where we want to be. That is the market analysis. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here this morning. This will be a short week for me, guys. I am only streaming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm racing this weekend in Oregon. Racing in one of those places on Friday morning. So I fly out Thursday, and then I hope to be streaming again on Monday. These 100 milers, they'll beat me up pretty good. So if I'm not recovered enough to feel level-headed on Monday, I'll probably skip Monday too, but that's a post that I'll leave in the Discord, or I'll leave even in the YouTube channel stream posts and let you know about Monday. But for now, Thursday and Friday are definitely off the table. And you guys can have your thoughts and prayers with me as I run 100 miles through the Oregon wilderness. My sixth 100 attempt. No, my fifth 100 attempt. I have 4 finishes and I got my ass kicked in France. Cube GIF, I have it dialed up. I have it queued up. I hope my volume is set right. I don't know if it's going to be set right, but I have it. You know what I'm talking about. I have it queued up here for 1 minute and 40 seconds. See if I can get it right. I'm in a great mood today, guys. I had an awesome weekend. I hope you guys did too. Had a little bit of rain, battle in the pool, typical like home ownership things. Battle in the cloudy pool, smoke in the air. Then we had rain and it brought all that smoke into the pool. Made everything just around here dirty, but luckily that's gone. So I've been running in the gym the last couple of days, protect my lungs a little bit, and looking forward, hopefully maybe getting outside and getting a couple miles in today, which will be really, really nice. On Mondays, there's a New York State Parks Summer Run series they do every Monday night. And it's been cool because my 8 and my 6-year-old are doing it for the first time this year, and they freaking love to run. And tonight, it's a mile on the sand at the beach. It's a fun one. Usually they're like 5Ks. There's 1 or 2 5-milers, but tonight is a 1 mile full send on the sand. And that will kick the crap out of you. That will kick the crap out of you. 25 seconds. I have no idea whether or not if this guys, just warning you, this volume could be non-existent or this volume might be really loud. I think I got it dialed. Cube Gift, this here is for you, Cube Gift. How was it? Maybe a little louder. Hold on. One more time. And away they go. Hopefully that worked. I've been waiting all weekend for that. Snooze. Nice. All right. Perfect. But you can still hear it? go down. Only because we have another level up here. I'm going to try and go for it a little bit today. We'll see. That's right, it is. GD, good morning. I said, and the best part about it was you hooked it up. We have Mike Terry hooked it up with the first and only ever super chat, which paid for Spotify, which got us some music. Cube Gift throwing in a little bit of ding, 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 opening bell that I couldn't find anywhere. That's perfect. It truly is our stream. Come on, come up and hit trend. We're going to miss this by a tick. You know me, I would be known to drag into price sometimes, but that's a big boost out of the open, so we'll see. We might have missed it. Yeah, we did. Oh, I hate to see it. What do we miss it by? Nah, we missed it by like 8 points. Let's go to synth today. No, lo-fi. Lo-fi or synth wave today? Synth. Let's try this out for a little bit. Oh my gosh. Full target. We missed it. Mike F., good morning, bud. Appreciate you being here. Happy Monday. Hope you had an awesome weekend. Yeah. Hope somebody got it. I mean, it was pretty close. Another reason I was waiting, we did have a little bit of a low volume node here, so I didn't want to drag it into price and have it slide right through here up to prior session POC. Just one of those things we missed. It's gonna dump all the way down now. Wow. Ah, it's so brutal. All right, good. Glad you got a piece. Like I said, I just missed it. And I said, usually I'm dragging into price, but we were just, it looked like it could have been one of those days where we had, I'm still torn. I mean, I'm still PTSD'd from this Kermit candle that we had on the open the other day. Where did we got it? We got in, when did we enter this candle? It wasn't prior session POC. Where I don't remember exactly. Oh, it was a bands trade. We got in and then just, yeah. So I was thinking, are we going to do that again? Rest on high a day. Yeah, probably a better trade. Yeah, like right here, also right there at value area high. For me, at 78% value area high. No heat. That's an awesome trade. Good job. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Now for me, the next consideration is kind of down here, value area low. Maybe a -1. We're at just about 400 range, so pretty good ATR. We're at 393 divided by 564. Yeah, we're at 69. Nice. 69% of ATR. So yeah, that's definitely, you can definitely get yourself in if you'd like. we had so many possible entries there. We had value very, very high, which isn't always an entry for me. It's kind of, that's if I'm forcing trades. The session high, all right, definitely with a little sweep of it and then a rejection. That's awesome. I love that. And then, yeah, with T-line there and prior session POC and prior session high day, there was so many ads there. I didn't want to be too aggressive at 931, which turns out I should have been. Does the same thing happen over here on the ES? That's 65 on an 82.
Order submitted.
Let's be a little aggressive today, maybe. This would be a tight stop. Very, very tight stop. Maybe like $50. I'm also watching that too. I don't want to be in an ES and an NQ short in case it goes the wrong way. So we'll see which one. We'll see if this ES trade gets entered. I do like NASDAQ prior session high of day more than this T-line, to be honest. Especially with the T-line confluence there. You know, you can kind of split the difference here and go here.
Order submitted.
Yeah, so I'm splitting the difference. We'll see what happens.
Order filled.
All right, we're in. Which one did we just get in?
Order filled.
I'm so confused. What just happened? Are my copies right? Yeah.
Order submitted.
You know me, guys. I like to take a little bit of money off the table, start the day if we can.
Order submitted.
Especially after a red day the other day. Especially after a red day the other day. That's a pretty good target there.
Order filled.
All right, we'll take that. No horn, not a full
Order
target.
canceled.
Not a full target trade, but $30. Not bad, right off T-line. That's what we wanted on the Dow. We just missed it. I'm gonna move this up here now. I'm just gonna take this off for now. I'll watch it. I just got out of a trade, so I kind of just mentally want to reset. So we can recap that one quick. I mean, not too much to talk about. Place an order at T-line, which is a good little trade for us. Got ourselves in. And got ourselves out. A full target, realistically for me, I mean, the big target's way down here. But on the first trade of the day, maybe here would have been ideal, but we would have missed that. The bands are expanding. So here's all like things that I'm thinking about in my mind situationally. The bands are expanding pretty big. We have this steep slope, which I don't love being in on that. We are showing strength in all markets out of the open. So if we look, and this is the measured move philosophy. Let's just talk about this quick. I don't want you to think that I'm like, because I've been criticized, oh, you take trades off so early. I think I would like to say I'm just more conservative. If we think about what these are giving us here, right? Like, look at this trade here. We had, now granted, they're all before, pre-market, but we got this move here, right? There it is again. All of them are less. So right there, why am I to think that it's necessarily going to give me more than that right now? Right? Even going back to here, here's that same move. This was a little bit of dumps, but that was at 8 o'clock. So I'm just looking back. I'm looking left at the Rankos, say like, hey, what's the market really giving us? Is it giving us huge moves to the downside? And the answer is no. So I'm going to trail, and I'm going to look for that measured move and be happy with it. While the bands are expanding, while everything is steep upwards, everything's showing strength, right? I just got to take a little piece. And that's the reason for trailing that early, with the fact it's the first trade of the week. It's Monday. Like, counting out a new equity high. Just start off with a little bit of green. Do I want to enter on the NASDAQ outside the bands? The answer's probably not. I'd probably want this to creep around and see what happens, but I know there's NASDAQ traders out there that I would love to clap for you when you win. If you could take this trade, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. There it goes. Anybody taking prior session high day? I know GD said you're waiting for T-line here. I can't do it. Like, this is too steep for me. I mean, I guess it doesn't look that steep when you do it like this, but I really want to be in the bands. We're at 460 on 682, so definitely still some range expansion. I know you got to be in to win. Maybe T-line definitely might be something more I could look at. I don't know if it would be on this candle, though. I feel like a little bit of a tourist getting in on an instrument I don't always trade, a volatile one at that, on a huge expanding candle when we are already up 1.4% on the day. You know? Not a lot of that says short to me. Not a ton of that says short to me. Ooh, can't. See, now we look like a genius. I'm still interested in prior session high data. We'll see if we get there. Now we're kind of looking at longs. Everything's showing strength. Except for good old Mr. Dow. With the definitely smaller range, but this pretty much gets us to an ATR down here. This NASDAQ here, that's kind of all the things I've been talking about as far as why, like, that level's still a level. It's still a short. It's just the NASDAQ, so that level has a plus and a minus above it. It's just, it looks like a line on the chart, but for the NASDAQ, it's like this thick of a line. It's more of a zone. Where like the Dow, that line shrinks down, that plus or minus from that entry point. So if you're in a prior session low of day, you have to expect it's going to come up and try and flush through T-line and come up at least, I would say 300. Like if you enter a prior session high day, you need to expect this is going to come up to at least 300. So that's like almost 100 points. If you get in at 22, it's 80 points. That's a lot of heat to take up to a very realistic 300. It's not heat I can take outside the bands. You can't enter a prior session high day, in my opinion, and have your stop less than 300. Because going short anywhere between prior session high day and 300 makes sense. MES came right back down. Sure did. Dow still weak? Yep. What are we thinking? What is that heat? We got... we enter at -1s. We got to take heat down to here. 194. So you'd be in the heat $80 down to here. So you're thinking, can you take heat and add down $80? That's got to be your thought process. And the answer for me right now is yes. Let's see what we can get. And again, you guys know I hate the bands. Curious, like, yeah. What do we get to first? Are we going long on the Dow first, or are we going short on the NASDAQ at T-line first? Anybody else playing -1 with me? Anyone else like -1s? Or maybe you hate -1s. Let me know. Definitely like this coming back in. Now if it comes back up, now we might have a situation where we can get up and get these bands expanded. If we're in +2s and prior session high day and trend, we're in a very, very good spot. Or is this opening candle just going to be the perfect doji? Can't you see my orders now? My wife needs some discipline help. I'll be right back.
Order filled.
Kids are getting a little Oh, I'm in. Kids are getting a little rambunctious. I'm in and it just went for it. See if we can find
Order
target
submitted.
today. Nice trade. Did you take that same trade I did and just held it way longer than I should have? Yeah, the MES dumped, huh? Yeah, you held that line of line. That's a great trade. Congratulations, man. Now we wait. I really need the green, the bands to give me some green so I can have a little bit more faith in them. I like this high volume node here, which is lining right up with -2s right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put an ad down here at -2s.
Order submitted.
Once again, pretty much overnight lows and this volume high. Over here, that's the, it's not just a -2 trade. The -2 just happens to be where these wicks are and this little support that we're getting, as well as if we go all the way here, we see this high volume node. That's why I want in there. And if we're going to show weakness and just dump all the way down into 52-100, that's just what we're going to do. And also I can add there because of that green ES trade that I had, right? That gave me the opportunity, even down $15, to still be green on the day. So it just gives me those small little green scalps early, give the flexibility for more aggressive trades later in the morning, if that makes sense. Granted, I don't love going green to red, but it definitely gives me a little bit of a buffer that I'm okay using. Mike G, what's up, buddy? How's your morning going? Bunch of us green on the MES off a T-line. Some of us got in a little early here at prior session or at session high and got paid off the Dow as well. So it's been a pretty good morning so far, I think. All things considered. I'm also looking at this prior session volume, high volume node here. Kind of these wick highs. It's kind of coming in, lining up with the EMA here, which I don't always use, but this will kind of be the break even spot. We get up into here, I'll probably move the stop to break even. Perfect. Yeah, but I think GD got that trade as well. Maybe it's Q. Somebody got that trade as well. I was resting right at T-line and missed it. But then, yeah, I got MES here, which was T-line. I got this trade here and then took the measured move and then missed the big one. But that's all right. And now everything's showing some weakness. One minute left on this candle. So usually on these bigger candles, I wouldn't say this is really expansive. This is the market open candle way up to here. This wick down. I mean, how big is this one? Right now, there's a 300-point candle. So, and it looks like it even wants to go further. So that's, you know, we have a candle that's pretty much the full ATR. So what we're hoping for is the open of the next candle here in 40 seconds, probably a little bit, maybe more weakness to fill me, and then boom, we can boost out. That's kind of what we're hoping, but we don't hope and wish. We kind of just chill. And if you remember, we were in Drawdown Friday. I did keep moving. We were going short that day with this candle, and we kept moving with the plus twos. Now I'm going to continue to move with the minus twos and get in where that's appropriate. And if it taps off of this high volume node and we miss it and it comes back, we just miss it. New candle. Just going to move there's the horn target to those wicks. We get up there, I'll be happy. We can blow the horn if we get up there. If we get to 431s, we can blow the horn. This looks even better, though. I love how Tess showed me that the other day. If you grab this and then click control, you can attach. So much easier. Tess, if you're around, thank you so much. Well, Ninja Trader 8 hack there. Anything else looking good right now? Nothing. Nothing there on the ES. And on the NQ. I'm going to take these off just because if there's a tape bomb, I'm going to get filled a bunch. Keep me posted on prior session high day of the ES. Maybe we can just watch it here. But I just have a lot of orders. If there's a tape bomb, it's like going to be order filled, and I can't have it on this and the ES at the same time. That would be a lot. But if we slowly creep up to one of these two, I'll be in. Hopefully it'll be prior session high because that would mean that we got paid on the Dow probably, most likely, if it follows. Suck it, Dow. Once again, guys, just a stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. I'm off Thursday and Friday this week. No stream Thursday and Friday. Yeah, I mean, unless the channel gets to 100,000 subs, I will quit my job and live stream me walking into the principal's office if this channel gets to 100,000 subs by the end of summer. But yeah, I go back to work Tuesday, whatever that last Tuesday in August is. So I'll probably have to shut the stream down. I think there's a possibility I might stream to the Discord. Obviously for like privacy and just ethical reasons, I can't be live streaming at work, but I might just share my screen to the Discord while I'm working. I did that a little bit last year, really with no video, kind of just talking through things in the Discord chat for the few people that were in there. But yeah, the good thing is I do have a morning prep period during market open. So I will always be in my office at least. I don't teach. I'm not actually teaching a class during market open next year, which is kind of nice. But yeah, the goal is to get this thing passed and get a payout by the end of summer. As I mentioned a couple of times today, I'm traveling this weekend because I race on Saturday. So when I get back from that, I'll probably stream for a couple of days, but then I'm taking my family away on like our family summer trip for a week. So I think I have 5 weeks left in summer and really only 4 to be trading. So maybe the goal is to just get through this and pass these Tradeify accounts. Right now they're sitting at like, I think $900 worth of profit. Yeah, 914 to 920. Pending the outcome of this trade. So yeah, I'd love to get these things passed. I think today is like probably day 30 of trading these accounts. Me with my little $30 a day, right? I think today's day 30. That's a freaking sick goal, man. Yeah, today's day 25 of trading these accounts. My consistency 14, but it's been kind of nice. That little red, it is $10.95. I took red, screwed up my beautiful July, which frankly I kind of wanted. I needed that reset. I was holding on to those green days a little too tight. Just put it in the Discord. Share there. I know GD's in there as well. Cube Gift, are you in my Discord? Another fill? Let's go. Get me in. Get me in. Stand by.
Order filled.
I want to get in there. A lot going on here. It's going to flush these wicks. Probably hit session low of day. I probably should have waited till there, to be honest, but I think that one was a little impatient. Yeah, I think a low of day is realistic. That one was probably a little early. I probably should have waited the... Where are we at now? We're at 282. Probably should have waited the 40 points. We'll see. What I'm really looking for is like a graceful exit up here and be able to get back in. We'll see. Yeah, we do have the range, which definitely made me more willing to get in there. Just looking for a little bit of strength. Not seeing it really anywhere. Everything looking a little heavy. Let's see how much he wants to flush this wick. We're right at that Friday's high volume node as well. Yeah, we got this one as well. GD, let's go. You took the mice too. What's your target, GD? You aggressive all the way up to view app, or are you going line to line? Mean reversion says all the way back up to POC, right? We did touch overnight lows, but on those measured moves, we're only really getting a couple measured moves here. Definitely want to see a little bit more on the green side to the upside. Do you call this a triple? Are you including this in the triple bottom? I'm calling more a double bottom. But no, as part of me, I don't really want, I want it to come down. I mean, I'd love it to go back up to the -1 so I can graceful exit the contract, but I mean, prior session low of day that's the big one. That's the one I really want. Yeah, tons. I agree.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
We can bring it up. I haven't logged in today, but we can bring it up. And it's saying it wants to go lower. It's over here. But it could easily come up here, and it's kind of split. It did just run through all this volume here. Man, bookmap crushes my CPU. That's why I don't keep it open all the time. But yeah, it's got to decide, is it coming down to 200 or is it going up to 300 first? Right, 200. It looks like it definitely wants to come down to 200 here. Bunch of orders sitting there. But equal amount up here at 300. So it's kind of a toss-up. Maybe these will act as a little bit of support. The bookmap can do many things, but those orders just cleared out. Now it kind of looks like it wants to come down and fill these again. Hopefully we just need some more orders to keep showing up here like this. And that's going to keep pushing it higher. We just need them to start acting as magnets. Once these go away, the only orders to fill are down here, right? So that's just going to come back down here and try and fill those orders. I find that big order blocks definitely act as magnets. We don't like to see this blue up here. We don't like to see these taken away. This is good. But that's how it's working. If it gets through here, right, we can see why it would still continue lower. Because if it eats these orders up, there's still more that it can go down here fishing for, where we want really some orders to start stacking up here so that we can get some continuation to the upside. But it's definitely been downside support. Definitely don't want to see all of this get flushed out. That would be no bueno for us. Bookmap definitely has a lot of pros for the strategy. I don't know, but if you're into level 2, that's like my level 2 stuff. So if you're into level 2 stuff, there's a link in the bio and in the description of the video of the live stream. Man, I've been working with them for years. They give like a sick discount. I don't think I have a code. I think you have to use my link, but to me the Bookmap is better for like the option stuff. Drawdown sucks. Everything's looking weak. I think Cube Gift is in there. Yo, GD2, yeah. That was an interesting podcast he did with that guy. I don't understand a damn word he was saying, but the things I did understand make sense. Seemed like he just wanted to counteract everything that Rod said, which is good because more people need to do that to him. Question the things he says. Three minutes? Give him a chance. Mike G, when it comes to risk, you don't want to hear it. He's gonna tell you to take risk better. Yeah, no, I didn't understand what he was saying. He was one of those people, I feel like, that was using like big words and terminology to sound smarter, I guess. I don't know. Like one of those professors you get in college that like know the subject really, really well but can't explain it simply. Like even Rod in the podcast was like, can you just simplify that and just say you agree or disagree with me? And he's like, and then the vega of the round risk tolerance. It's like, come on. Yikes. We're getting a 3? Getting a 3 lot? Three lots? Stacked pox on the Nazzy to the downside? -1? Yeah, I haven't been in a 3 lot in months. So it'll be interesting. Months. Since May, at least. I think I've been in 3 contracts across multiple instruments, but I don't think I've been in a 3 lot of the Dow since like early May. This might be this swing, these stacked swings, and this, if it comes up to here, that might be a graceful exit for me. Thank you. You know, we'll see once we get up there, but I would hate to see it come back up and then use like a break and a retest kind of, a little Vinny D there. I would hate to see it come and then use this now as a resistance. Right? That's the only thing I'm like from here to see these stacked swing highs, and this 233 is like right in the middle of this little zone here. I don't really necessarily want to see us test that and then continue to the downside. So that would be my framework for wanting to graceful exit right around here, unless we really pump through it. There's 6 minutes to go in this candle, so. And by taking that off, that gives me even more comfort in taking that loss to come back down if it wants to come to prior session low and get in there. I mean, what would that loss be? We're here, we entered here, and we get out right around here. That's a $43 loss, right? Almost gets us to even. That would be put us back to even on the day with 1 contract to run. I think that's the smart play. I don't know. I don't know if that's too conservative. Share with me your opinion. Is that too conservative or is that the smart play? I mean, we did see a big wicks up here. We can definitely see some more wicks down here. But these have been. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. So we can get a nice move up there. It's not unrealistic. And just how much weakness do we want to see first before that's going to happen? And for anybody playing along at home, this is also the first time I didn't just take my $30 and run. Is this what greed gets me? Is this the lesson that greed has for me? Well, POC shift. Right off of it. We got a bounce there. A little bit of a bounce there. Where's the bounce on the Dow? Come on, Dow. You didn't hear? Everyone's bouncing to the upside. Feel free. Join in. Join in the bounce party. Got 3 minutes to show some some strength on this candle. Give us a little bit of a wick. And then we can just blast into a green candle back to the upside. Then we'll just hold this trade all the way to +2s. That'd be insane. Imagine I could do that. What would that trade be? Never going to happen, but fun to dream. That would be a $300 trade for Brad if I held all the way to +2s. Vibe coding over there, huh? Yeah, definitely put a screenshot of that in the Discord. I'd love to see what that looks like. Thank you, Cube Gift. I appreciate you. Now, I guess his trade room would be a lot more boring if he was trading like this every day, but at least you're looking at the same thing. Like, you can go get a cup of coffee. You can go for a walk on a bike ride, come back, and you know you didn't miss anything. Like, you still know exactly what you're looking at. Where you step away from his live stream for 2 minutes, you got no idea where he's at and what he's done while you were gone. It's like, hey, Brad, I just went and took a dump for 20 minutes. What have you been doing? Oh, you're $93 a drawdown? Waiting for prior session low of day? Oh, okay. I can follow that. Now we're getting all synthwave. I'm going back to hip hop, I think. Yeah, I know. 200 is nice. That'd be a great second ad. It can't be a third ad for me. I gotta wait for price session low day. Less than a minute on this candle. Look at this picture here. We had a little bit of chop, a little bit of flush, and then boost. A little bit of chop, a little bit of flush, and a boost. New candle. More weakness, huh? I'm gonna get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Oh, more of the same. 10-point chops. There's always room for it to drop. Did it touch 200 there? I think it did, right? Yeah, pretty much 200 to the touch. No strength off of the 200. Not good news for me. And I am running out of room on my DRB. Damn, -1. Put this in the journal. Always taking notes. I'll put them into TradeZilla later, but like while I'm in the moment, just taking notes. You gonna film me or what? What the? I'm definitely not going to rush to add a third contract, but come on, man. Film me. Put me out of my misery.
Order filled.
The relot. Thinking graceful exits, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Order
I'm gonna
submitted.
take a graceful exit, buy stop. Take some risk off the table. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good move in my favor. It's pretty good. It's a good graceful
Order
exit spot.
filled.
That realizes me negative 42 on the day. So you could take this number, factor in 45 to know what the current position is. No, I wouldn't mind seeing this.
Order submitted.
Probably this. There they are. Thanks, Mike. We're going to try and figure this one out today. Try and get out of here alive today. Let's see. I'm going to be patient. I don't know if low of day now becomes another ad for me. I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. I like where I'm at. I would definitely like to see us break this 233 trend on this EMA. I mean on the bands. That would definitely make me feel a lot better about the situation, but can't tell a lie. There's a part of me that, like, in the same thesis I had before, taking off another one in here and having one contract down here and letting that one run. I don't know. Or letting it get above these swing highs and maybe putting in another buy stop for another exit. And then working and campaigning off of this low a day. That's kind of where the mindset's at right now. Yeah. Well, break even's here. Or break even on the day. You're saying you take one more off at break even on the trade or break even on the day? Oh, right on. Yeah, I agree. Which I think would pretty much be up here at the plus ones, but yeah, I need to let it run up a little bit. Probably I said the plus one. I would love to see some strength in some other markets, but yeah, I'm watching the DRB as far as like shutting it down. If it flushes down like into this hundreds, yeah, like if it gets much below this, you know, definitely don't want to let like one trade necessarily go more than half, like that little rule of half the DRB. But to sit right now on the day down $50, I might let it go a little bit lower. We'll see. I'm not positive yet. We'll jump off that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, no, I definitely don't want to see more lows, especially with a range of 462, and we can still find some more range. Yeah, 81%. So like, do I want to go that extra 20% of the ATR? I don't know. 120 points or so, you know, I don't know. Especially everything is looking weak right now. Definitely need a "the war is over" tweet. Yeah, looking left, there's not a ton below here. I guess this is the next major real support, which is down at like 700s. Like, that's no way we're sitting around that long. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100%. The NQ and the S charts are not favorable. Like, right, we want to come down to prior session. The Nasdaq wants to come down to prior session POC, fill this. That's what you're probably talking about. And then same here. Like, ES wants to come down and close this before we're getting out. We don't see that. It did it. Right here is that kind of move that the ES and the NQ are trying to fill. It did that and continued through. It's like, ugh, not great, you know? We'll be here for it. We'll see. Here is pretty much break even on the day, which is right below that zone I talked about in here, where I was thinking about maybe taking another exit. Here's pretty much break even on the day. We can watch it. Yeah, I don't like long days, but sometimes they happen. Here was the second entry, up around 80. Biggest move, we got this measured move here. I'm hoping, you know, it's a little more than this measured move that we had. Right from our entry, we got a nice boost, which got us that exit. Hoping for just a little bit bigger one. That'd be nice. Break through this swing high. Hold this EMA and break through this. These stacked swing highs. That's what I need. That'll make things a lot nicer. Can't will it to happen. It's just gonna happen or it's not. Yeah, good call, Mike. How's everybody else doing today? Everyone else been quiet. I know GD got in at -2 with me, so he's probably sitting in some drawdown. Oh, don't give it all right back. No quit. What's your average entry? Is it close to mine? I think yours is probably a little bit lower. Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely want to see it get above that. 233 on the bands. Yeah, we mentioned that before. Getting that little bit of green early definitely helps hold through some of these more hairy situations. I would like to get up to like 260 for an exit, and then we can go back in at the -2s. Right, like I really do. I want to see a break above these. This right now is not making me feel great. This all in here. Don't like that. I want to get above that. See, it's responding right to it. Definitely want to push up through there. Make it happen down. Keep going down. Hold that EMA. Hold that EMA. Let's see highs on this candle. What do we think? I don't want it to print another swing high. No more printing swing highs. I really want to exit there. See if it holds it. I'm thinking about it. Now it's too late to take one off. If I was going to take one off, I wanted to take it there. I really wanted to get back to even on the day like we mentioned, but hopefully that greed doesn't come back to haunt me. Try not to be too cautious, especially when the candle's showing a little bit of strength. To me, I want to get back into these wicks here. Like, this is really it. That's a takeoff for me for sure. I'm not being greedy. I'm in the red. But I know what you're saying. You're right. Take it. I did say I wanted to take one off at these swing highs, and I didn't. You are right. It was one of those where I was watching the darn P&L, and it was like total P&L on the day was like $8, and I'm like, shit. Like, let's get the even, take one off. And here we are. And here we are. Vibes are still high, though. Did we test this one? No, we didn't. Yeah, we're going to give this to the 11 o'clock candle and see what happens. Then I might have to go about my day. Should have took one off. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. 52 150. Do you have a reasoning behind that spot? I'm just curious. Like why 150? Figure if it gets down there, the -2s will probably pull down there as well. Yeah, like I want an ad there, but like not on this candle. We already went down there once. This would have been an ad if I would have been smart and followed what I should have done and taken one off here instead of trying to get back to even. After we talked for 3 hours last week about how we can't be holding trades just to get back to an even plus minus this, that, or the other thing. Right, this is a great ad for me here if I would have got out there. I don't know if I want to be in this candle on a 3 lot though. 3 big red candles on the day. Currently down 80 on the day. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how long do I want to try and find the bottom for? I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next minute here in this candle. 150, maybe we can get an ad at 150, and then just see what the day holds. Just be tight, because if we get down to 150, I'll be down like pretty much 100 on the day, 110 actually on the day. So there was no scheduled news today. I mean, everything's been just pretty heavy the whole morning. I don't think there's been one particular thing. Usually news will send this a little bit further. It's quite the open in that candle right there. And look at that. Right where we wanted to get out before is pretty much coming down. Yeah, I'm just not sure I'm ready to add yet. Man, when's the last time we saw green on a candle? It's been a minute. Actually, been a bunch of minutes. Let's see some green. Like this. Like that. Like that. Come on, Dow. You're the only one. You're the only one. Yeah, they are. Everyone else's candle's green. Hey Dow, have you ever heard of mean reversion? Let's revert back to the mean. Yeah, I guess they started big, then they're a little smaller, then a little smaller. I want to just keep seeing strength in the other indices. That's, even though not 100% correlated, definitely a little bit of peace of mind. Just looking at some options. Got Amazon puts expiring Wednesday. Gotta love seeing Tesla dump. I got covered calls on them. Love it. Love it. Oh, Lucid made an app, eh? Just got an email. Lucid Trading made an app. I don't know what you need that, but yeah, that's it, right? I just have to hold for 3 days. Yeah, I'm not stressed. We're good. I still have a little bit more risk. Yeah, I still have a little bit of risk. I'm okay. No stress. If I felt stressed or my heart rate was changing, I'd get out. But I'm still in a manageable spot for me. With that said, how many more times can I see it bounce off the low and then come back down to it again? Right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. As long as we're still in the bands here, I'm kind of happy, to be honest. But it looks like it wants to do something. Yeah, let's go. Go down. Okay.
Order submitted. Order filled.
I gotta be honest, I don't love that move, but
Order canceled.
I know why you said it. I know why. I should do it. I just don't love it. Because if it comes back down, I don't really want another ad. Message heard. Nice. Yeah, you said you wanted that 150. You got the perfect bounce out of there. Good. Amen, brother. Yeah, I know when to be done. Right now, that time has not happened yet. When I'm ready, I'll be done. Definitely not blowing up accounts. I'm currently down $40 on the day. I can let this play out a little bit, especially in our first green candle in 2 hours. I've done this so many times where I sit in a lot of drawdown and then starts to do what I want it to do. And things start to play out after waiting. And I just close it out because I'm like, oh, I sat through all that drawdown. I'm so freaked out. And then it follows the thesis that I had originally, and I get mad at myself. So, yeah, I'm definitely not looking to give too much back here. But we're still in the bands. We're on a green candle. This trade is in the green. Yeah, it's been a long trade, but the emotional capital's still there. I think one of the things I'm missing is my ability to take a little heat while the trade is green. I can take a lot of heat when the trade is red, and I can keep adding when the trade is red. But, well, when it's green here and watching it go up and watching it come down, taking that heat while I'm in green, that's something I'm really trying to work on. Now, will that come back to bite me? Maybe. But for me, I'm willing to risk the $50 to learn that lesson. Will I let this thing go really much lower today? No. Like, if we make new lows on the day, that's going to be it for me. Just annoying. Let's go low 5. If we get above -1 here, I will put in a stop. Break. Go. Through the swing eye. Push through that swing eye. You know you want to. Put that way up there in case we get a war is over tweet. And we'll look like heroes. We could be heroes. We're really not even in a position to get a POC shift. I mean, here is really the next POC shift. The second biggest volume. Got a ton of volume this morning. Thanks, Mike. I'll keep you posted. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Have a great day. Thanks for the insight, man. You pretty much know my goal that if it gets down to lows, a new low, I'm out. If it pushes above 260, I'm going to put a stop. And if it doesn't stay above there, I'm out. Simple as that.
Order submitted.
Awesome job, GD. Yeah, I'm going to put a sell stop in, guys. I'm not willing to give back another $40 on this trade. I said I would put a stop at minus ones, and I'm doing it. Said I would do it. I'm doing it.
Order filled.
And we're filled.
Order canceled.
So you guys saw that drawdown. Here's the madness. We're going to be done for now. Minus one. Add. Immediate drawdown. Add. Add at prior session low. Graceful exit. Chop, chop, chop. Graceful exit. Take the win. Minus $29 on the day. I mean, what was our max drawdown today? We probably were in the 150s, 160s. So to get back to 30 again, good. Back-to-back red days aren't cool, but managing risk and small red days back-to-back, fine. I'll take it. We'll move on to tomorrow. We'll have the charts around, but probably not open. I'll probably just accept that L and move on. I mean, it stinks to go green or red, 30 down to minus 30, so really a $60 loss on the day, but could have been uglier. I appreciate you guys as always, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15.